Ballad of Tom Joad by Woody Guthrie, based on Grapes of Wrath by Steinbeck. After Woody Guthrie read the book, he wanted to come up with a version that everybody could listen to, so that everyone would know the story. When Steinbeck heard his version, he said, "It took me 3 years to write that book, and that little bastard summed it all up in a 6-minute song." Tom Joad got out of the old McAllister pen. There he got his parole. After 4 long years on a man-killing charge, Tom Joad come walking down the road, poor boy. Tom Joad come walking down the road. Tom Joad, he met a truck driving man. There he got him a ride. He said, "I just got loose from the McAllister pen on a charge called homicide, poor boy, a charge called homicide." Truck rolled away in a cloud of dust. Tom turned his head toward home. He met Preacher Casey and they had a little drink, and he found that his family, they were gone, they were gone. They found that his family, they were gone. They found his mother's old-fashioned shoes. They found his daddy's hat. They found little Muley, and Muley said, "Tractored out by the cats, yeah, tractored out by the cats." Tom Joad went down to the neighbor's farm, found his family. They took Preacher Casey and they loaded in a car, and his mother said, "We gotta get away, Lord, Lord." His mother said, "We gotta get away." Now the 12 of the Joads made a mighty heavy load, but Grandpa Joad did cry. He picked up a handful of land in his hand, said, "I'm staying with my farm till I die, till I die. I'm staying with my farm till I die." They fed him coffee and short ribs and soothing syrup, and Grandpa Joad did die. They buried Grandpa Joad on the side of the road, buried Grandma on the California side, yes they did, buried Grandma on the California side. They stood on a mountain and they looked to the west. It looked like promised land. Bright green valleys with the river running through was one for every single hand that thought, one for every single hand. And Joad pulled into a jungle camp. There they cooked up a stew, and the hungry little kids of the jungle camp said, "We'd like to have some too, yeah, we'd like to have some too." Well, the deputy sheriff fired loose at a man, shot a woman in the back. Before he could take his aim again, Preacher Casey dropped him in his tracks, yeah, Preacher Casey dropped him in his tracks. They handcuffed Casey and they took him to jail, and then he got away. He met Tom Joad by the old river bridge. These few words he did say, poor man, these few words he did say. "You know, I worked for the Lord a mighty long time, preaching about the rich and the poor. Us working folks has gotta get together, 'cause we don't stand a chance anymore, Lord. We don't stand a chance anymore." The deputies come and Tom and Casey run to the bridge where the river runs down. The vigilantes, they Casey with the club. They knocked Preacher Casey on the ground, yeah, they knocked Preacher Casey on the ground. Tom Joad took that deputy's club, hit him over the head. Tom Joad took flight in the dark and rainy night with a deputy and a preacher lying dead. Yeah, deputy and a preacher lying dead. Tom Joad went back to the jungle. Tom Joad went back to the jungle camp. Found his mother asleep. Tom Joad woke his mother out of bed. Said goodbye to the mother that he loved. Said we're Preacher Casey, said Tom Joad. Said we're Preacher Casey, said we might all be one big soul. Well, it looks that way to me. Wherever you look in the day or the night, that's where I'm gonna be, Ma. That's where I'm gonna be. Wherever little children are hungry and cry, wherever people ain't free, wherever a man is fighting for his rights, that's where I'm gonna be, Ma. That's where I'm gonna be.